is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be taken in the end zone, and he'll elect not to. To return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Got it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check, 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 check. Five.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again to Smallwood out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it. Bortles toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Bortles to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down. 50, here we go. Baby! Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The throw over the middle taken in. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to loft one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Whitney Merciless able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
65.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, standing just about on his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
21. Give me that ball. 80 weapons.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. The 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Topper.
On first down, Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Quan Alexander, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 2nd down, Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
218, chopper. Check 15, check 15.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
60 outlaw. Hey, we got to get this stop here, team.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Open man, Butler, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hakeem Butler, his first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 7 yards there and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles? The coach. The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. The coach. We get slap happy up here sometimes. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive. Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's second down.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard. Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are
front.
They're on 24-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Come on, fellas.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before half for Bortles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way, creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Go. Mike 5-4.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Bortles. That's going to be caught by Kirk, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On play action, it's Bortles. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Bortles now on 1st down. Got got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, it's Ingram. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third down. Shotgun now for Bortles. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now a play fake. Bortles. This one caught by Isabella. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 88 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL,
and that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 12.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his second touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Edwards. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a match.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
80 weapon. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hit it.
Bortles will try again on second down. That ball complete to Isabella. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Smallwood. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Wendell Smallwood, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line.
Here we go.
33 yards that time. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Alshon Jeffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's Smallwood. He's got it on the draw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Tyler, 64, weak.
Now Bortles. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Topper!
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. Hey, Charlie.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side, and this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Ready? 18 Gator. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Rabbit. Get it.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Let's go,
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On second down, Smallwood. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
General West. Watch out. Shut down.
On third down, here's Edwards. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This one taken from the 7. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cardinals, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.